Three claps, your boy Swain's back at it again, Swain Swaggy Sense. And in today's video, I got tagged again by none other than Ace Vendetta Smell Better. And I think the originator or the original video that was like an open tag was from Razor Ramon the Barber. Okay, so he was the one who originally made up the open tag, but the boy Ace Vendetta Smell Better, he wanted me to get some parts on this. All right, so as you can see, I got my LA Chargers jersey on. We had won our last game. We're 2-1 right now, preseason. So what I plan on doing is going through the rest of the season with some of the fragrances that I have in store for y'all. So, but with the tag video, it's 7 fragrances that you would wear at an NFL game. And these are some fragrances that I would wear at my team, their stadium, or if we're going away. So that's how I kind of broke it down, and that's how I'm going to share with y'all. So I got 7 of them. All right. So without further ado, let's get into this review. So the next game that we got on our schedule is going to be against Miami. And, it's going to be home. So I'm thinking of brisk. I'm thinking of fresh. I'm thinking of hot. I'm thinking of beaches. I'm thinking, because they're both hot teams. One's in California, the other's on, in Miami. So you would think hot weather. So we're going to be at our stadium for the preseason game. And what I had chosen that I would be wearing at this game is going to be from the house of Givenchy, and that is Gentleman Cologne. All right, Gentleman Cologne. And this is very hard to find right now. This is a discontinued fragrance. So you're going to be spending a pretty penny in terms of trying to figure out if you can find a way to get this in stock, or if it is in stock for a reasonable price. I got this for $60 when the rack stores was racking, like they were racking up a bunch of stellar fragrances, but now they're barren, and you'll see knockoff brands and stuff like that. Nothing against them, but those aren't the ones that we're looking for, right? So oh man, with this fragrance, this is an uplifting fragrance, very fresh, bright. You have some lemon, bergamot. Obviously, this is a fresher take fragrance. It's a cologne, and I will also say it's modern. I'd also say it has some musky tones to this, as well as some vanillic. Not too much, but some vanillic, just to make it kind of have that powdery type of scent profile. I believe there's some iris in here as well. And this is a pleasant scent, and I would definitely be rocking this out because it's going to be hot on that day. Sun's going to be beaming, and people around me are going to probably ask me what I got on, and I'm gonna let them know, but it's going to be hard to find. So that is going to be my first fragrance that I'll be rocking out with the other preseason game. So that is Gentleman Cologne by the house of Givenchy, and I get about 4 to 6 hours with this fragrance. It's a fresh fragrance, so like a lot of fresh fragrances don't stay on me that much, but this is one that I'm gonna be rocking to their game against Miami. All right. So the next game that we got on our schedule is going to be against the Tennessee Titans, and what I would wear at that game is going to be from the house of Hannah Murray, and that is going to be Hannah Murray's For Him. All right, For Him. And I did a review on this as well as another fragrance from the house of Hannah Murray, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Unfortunately, those are both discontinued. So obviously this is the one that I'm talking about. With the other one are both discontinued. But if you can get your hands on this, just very woody, aromatic, fresh, clean, I would just think to myself, this is something that I would wear in Tennessee. This is very, woody, very farm-like, because Tennessee has a lot of land. So I'm thinking to myself, like at the stadium, it's hot too, and this is bright, kind of black currant vibe. some vanilla touches to this as well to kind of smooth out the edges of this very bright citrus heavy fragrance. I get about 4 to 6 hours with this fragrance on my skin. Once again, that's all I need for the game. The game is not going to take that long, I would hope not, but this one is going to definitely stand out in the crowd, in the stands, in the stadium. And if you can find this for a decent price, grab it. If you can't, sample it, okay? Because the prices on some of these discontinued fragrances are crazy. So, but this is what I would wear, since we're talking about, NFL games and, the ones that I would wear at those certain games. So don't blame me, blame the companies that are discontinuing fragrances, all right? So that is what I would be wearing for their next game, and that is going to be Hannah Moray's For Him. So with the next game going to be against the Minnesota Vikings, Minnesota is associated with it being colder, cooler weather, even though that it might not be as cold in the time of that game. But I went with the colder styled fragrance that you would wear in those types of conditions, and that is going to be Marina Duck, or is that Manarina Duck, Black Extreme. Okay, Manarina Duck Black Extreme. I don't have the original, but I do have the Extreme, and unfortunately, it is extremely discontinued. I know that was whack, but I'm being honest. And this is something that I might have to break out during the upcoming fall and winter, because this right here with that orange blossom tonka bean has some bergamot in here. It has this tangerine note in the beginning too, and it's vibrant and sweet, but also dark because of the tonka bean. Has some vanilla in here, has some woody nuances. At this game, I'm gonna be the best smelling person in that whole stadium, because I'll be smelling like this throughout the whole day. It's an 8+ hour fragrance, and when I had gotten this was like a $30 fragrance. And like I said, for certain fragrances that are hard to find, it's going to be hard on the pockets too, okay? So this is an 8+ hour fragrance for me. It's a great fragrance for the colder and cooler weather. Definitely a staple, and this is a fragrance that I would be rocking out for the game against Minnesota. This beautifully blended. This a great scent. This is a great scent. Just smells like sweet chocolate, but fresh citrus fruits. It's a great fragrance, guys. Great fragrance. All right. Manarina Duck Black Extreme. So the next fragrance that I got on deck is going to be against the Raiders, and I chose this one because I just believe that if we just stay blue and true, then we're gonna come out with the dub during that game. All right. So what I chose to wear on that game is going to be from the House of Missoni, and that is Missoni Wave. All right. This would be better off with the powder blue jersey, which I have in the closet, but I didn't want to bring that out. I wanted to bring out the authentic LT LaDainian Tomlinson, not Lawrence Taylor, two different teams, but favorite athlete of all time. I got his books and stuff like that, and I can talk about that for hours, but we're going to talk about this fragrance. So this gets compared to a hybrid great atomizer magnetic cap. This gets compared to two fragrances in terms of a hybrid. It is a Chanel Allure Homme Sport as well as a Versace Pour Homme. And I haven't smelled the Chanel Homme Sport. I might have to try and get a sample of that to see where that is. But for sure, the Versace Pour Homme is definitely in this towards the dry down. The opening might be the Chanel Allure Homme Sport, but the dry down is on the Versace Pour Homme side, okay? So you get vanilla, you get these C notes in here, this oceanic type of vibes, like, Cali beach vibe type of deal, because I believe we will be home. you have some vanilla in here too, some woody nuances, some, I think lavender is in here as well. This is great. Some bergamot, lemon. This is a high profile fragrance within Missoni line, because they also do have another Missoni Pour Homme, which is a great alternative for the Bleu de Chanel EDP. And this is also a EDP concentration as well, so it's going to stay on your skin a little bit longer, even though it's a fresher fragrance, because we know that fresher fragrances don't really stay that long as deeper and more richer fragrances. You know, that's why a lot of people like the fall and the winter more so for fragrances. But this is a good fragrance. I get about 6 to 8 hours on this fragrance. I would be happy to wear this during that game, you know, Hard Knocks type of vibe, and I would be out there. If I could be, I would love to be out there helping my team out. All right. Great fragrance, and this is still available. You know, I'm not sure if you know, by the end of this video that it'll be sold out, but I know that I've been saying a lot of discontinued fragrances, but this one is definitely still out there. You can possibly find this online, or you can possibly run across this at your rack stores. All right, so that is Missoni Wave. So the next fragrance that I got is going to be one that I would be wearing going against the Cowboys, which will be the next game, and this is going to be from the House of Armaf, and that is Armaf's Sillage or Sillage or whatever you want to, you know, pronounce it as. And this is going to be your dupe or clone or close to Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Okay. But I believe with this gives off a very metallic, just like with the bottle, very metallic vibe. This is also a powdery and lemon heavy, bergamot heavy. This has some, I believe this has some cedarwood in here, maybe some patchouli, more floral notes. This is a great fragrance. This is also a uplifting fragrance. If you're not into the once again, like I just mentioned, the metallic vibe, you might not like this fragrance, because the Creed Silver Mountain Water is going to be a little bit smoother. But once again, when you're dealing with I wouldn't say knockoff brands, but the clones or dupes of a fragrance that it is inspired by, that you're not going to get identical. You might get lucky in terms of a fragrance of it being identical, but more times than none, it's not going to be identical. So you're going to have some differences within it, and that's going to be one of them, the metallic vibe. But other than that, it's very pleasant. You know, it drives down into more so of a floral, fresh take on things, and it's like you're smelling flowers that are in the water, and like you're just getting wafts of it through the cycle of the river or the lake or whatever, and you just smell it through the breeze of both things, the flower and the water combining together, and it hitting your nostrils. That's what you're gonna smell when you smell this. All right, I get about, I'm gonna be honest, I get about 4 hours, you know, maybe on a good day, you know, 5 or 6, but 4 hours for sure. It's great for the high heat, so I'm gonna be happy to wear this, and no one's gonna smell like me, and no one will smell like you if you would get this. All of the Armafs, I believe, are still available. That goes with this one, that goes with the Millesimian. I don't know. Right now, I had a brain fart. The clone for Millesimian Imperial by Creed, Milestone. I got it, folks. I got it. And obviously the one that everyone knows, the Club de Nuits, Man Intense. All right, so that will be the one that I will be wearing for this game. That is Armaf's Sillage. Cool looking bottle, like the reflection probably looks crazy on the camera. So the next fragrance that I have, we will be playing against our rivals in a sense. KC, Kansas City, we always have a back and forth. One's gonna win, the other one's gonna win. Like somewhat of like the battle of the West Coast in a way. Blue and red. I'm not gonna say like any type of gang affiliation or nothing like that, because this is a friendly YouTube platform. But we always battle it out, and it's always by either a small margin or a bigger margin or whatever like that. So this is the fragrance that I would be wearing for that game, and that is going to be from the House of Paco Rabanne, and that's going to be Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. And when I wear this, when I thought about what I would wear to this game, is I would like to be lucky in this game. But if I wear this, I want our team to get the luck that we need in order for us to beat this team. Okay, because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he's just different. So what you get with this, you get this chocolatey hazelnut. You have some orange blossom in this as well, with the big blast of orange blossom, because it starts off fresh, then it dries down into the more sensual and cocoa type of vibe. Some jasmine in here as well, some floral notes in here. This is also like an alluring and mass appealing scent. This is something that you can wear on the everyday go, but like I said, this is something that I would wear for the game. I would definitely want this to be one of the reasons why we won, because I smelled so good in the stands, and the players smelt it on the sideline. They were just like, man, like this someone is smelling this good. We got to play good. So just like with prime time said, right? You look good, you play good, you smell good, you play good. Like all of the reasons on why you can play good. All right, so I get about 8+ hours with this fragrance on my skin, especially with the sweeter fragrances. And this one is being, if not knocked off, like some of the other flankers from the Paco Rabanne line, but this one you can still get. I've seen this at Sephora as well as Nordstrom. So you gotta get them while they're hot right now, because this is something that you want in your collection. Okay, so that is going to be Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. So the 7th fragrance that I have on deck for this list is going to be going against the Bears, Chicago Bears, and that is going to be Electrique Rendezvous. And this is Dua's inspiration to La Nuit de l'Homme's Bleu Electrique, and obviously y'all know that is discontinued as well. But unfortunately this one is sold out on Dua's website. Hopefully they can put it back in the vault so y'all can be able to smell this greatness, or if you happen to have Bleu Electrique, the original, then you good. But with this fragrance, let's get a little waft, a little waft. Yeah. Yep. So with this fragrance, you get ginger, cardamom, you get some sweet notes in here, aromatic, fruity, just mass appealing. Yeah, this is, it's like, how you smell a fragrance and you haven't smelt it in a while, and it's just like it's bringing back memories of when you first actually got the bottle and you first smelt it. It's very it makes you feel alive all over again. And I think us as people, we tend to kind of let things sit and simmer for a minute, and you get back to it. It's just like watching a movie years ago, and then you watch it again. It's just like you may feel that feeling that you felt when you first watched it, or you may be like, this was corny or whatever. But with this one, it just made me think of when I first gotten this, and I was just blown away on how great this was on my skin. And it lasted about 6 to 8 hours, and this is all I need for a whole game. So, and it has the Electrique or the lightning bolt on there, and we all about the bolts out here, okay? So it only makes sense to end the 7 fragrance picks with this one. All right, So once again, just be on the lookout for this. Hopefully it'll be back in stock on Duo's website. I'm not sure if you're gonna get a discount because it is preferably cheap already. It's like $33 or so. But this is what I would be wearing for that game. All right, that is Electric Rendezvous. So those are my 7 fragrances that I would rock out to all 7 of those games. Shout out to Ace Vendetta Smell Better again. Shout out to Razor Ramon the Barber as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell just to let you know that your boy is posting again. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.